What's going on, guys? So we're back on Edgefield Road. I have a custom difficulty. It's about a 10x. It's zero sanity and zero evidence. Let's figure out what kind of ghost Katina is. I think I said that right. Our other objectives here that we could do to get a little extra cash is repel the ghost, which we'll probably do, prevent it with the crucifix. It might happen, depends on the range of the ghost and where I place my crucifixes. We're not really going and looking for the ghost room unless we have to with this plan I have. And have a member witness a ghost event. That probably will not happen. The main goal is to figure out the ghost, and we'll get about $2,500 for figuring out the ghost alone without doing any of those. All right, I bring a flashlight in, a crucifix, and yeah, nothing. I'll bring an EMF reader just because of the electrical item to kind of make a Ryu do its speed up. So don't need it, but it'll be a nice little thing here. So I like to put the flashlight here in the entryway, and it lights up the whole hallway because we're going to be hiding all the way down on the other end. There's a little cabinet I like to hide behind, and you can look down this hallway and get a good nice view. This is a high traffic area. Ghosts always come from downstairs or upstairs, come around and go down the hallway, come out of the living room. They're constantly going up and down this hallway. So this is a high traffic area where we can have a nice long view of the ghost to look at its blinks, listen to its speed. And then I put a crucifix down in there because a lot of times we'll get in there, we'll place our salt. Sometimes I put motion sensors up, light a candle, whatever. And with zero sanity, the door could close as soon as we cross this threshold, and then we'll be stuck in there with a hunt. And if it's in this area, it'll be pretty much an instant kill because I only have like a 1 second delay on there. So like I said, the EMF reader is just there for just an electrical item, the flashlight as well. If it's a Ryu, it'll come downstairs, it'll come in range with this electrical equipment here, and it'll speed up, and then it'll slow back down, and then you'll hear the speed changes coming from upstairs. It's slow, fast, and then so we'll know it's a Ryu. The power is off, starting off, so the Hantu would be just fast all around. It's not like it's sleeping, it's ghost room or whatever, where it's fast and then slow, so we don't have to worry about that on this setting. Unless it turns the power on, then we got to worry about that. But the Hantu will not turn on the power. It's kind of the opposite of the Jinn. Grab one of these, this. Put that in there, put that in there, put that in there. Alright, now what we actually need, our final run here is a smudge, a salt to put down for a wraith, and a crucifix. I like to put the crucifix down, so here's the doorway, so here's that hallway, and then down here is that other room, and like I said, there's a cabinet right there, so I put the other crucifix here so we can look down this hallway. But if the ghost is in that room, then it could kill us right away. Or if it's a phantom or a wraith or something and teleports there, it could unalive us that way. So, alright, I'm going to put the salt down first. 1, 2, and then we'll grab another smudge just in case. And we'll put the crucifix down here. And then I'm going to move this pitcher out of my way so I can get a nice clear view down the hallway, and then I don't want to be stepping on someone's smelly shoes. So, alright. Ooh, it's a fast boy. Oh boy, came straight back for me, but I don't think it was a DO. We'll see when we make this corner here if it... Yeah, it's not a Dio. Dio would have came straight to us. But it is a super fast ghost without electronics. grab another one of these. So no electronics needed for the speed on that one. So immediately we're either dealing with a Mimic or we're dealing with a Moroi or a Thaye. Right now I'm leaning towards a Thaye. It seemed like it was really fast. The speed between a Moroi at 0 sanity and a Thaye is really close, but I don't know why, but a young, brand new Thaye, for some reason, to me, just is so fast. I'd have to look it up on the website to see what the actual speed ranges are on those, but I want to say the Thaye is the fastest. Just heard a light switch turn on, even though the power's off, so you could rule out a mare that if it was like a regular speed ghost or something, but we're already leaning towards a Thaye or a Moroi. So hopefully this time it doesn't come straight to us and kind of goes running around. So now the speed difference, right? So actually we should have checked it on that one. We'll do it on this one. So a Moroi is double affected by the smudge. So I got to look at what this is. I keep forgetting to look. We'll look after this, but I believe it's 4 to 5 seconds on this smudge. Maybe 5 to 6. I don't know. Anywhere about 5 seconds. All right, here we go. It's fast again. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Okay, it's reattacking. It is not a Moroi. So like I said, I probably didn't need to burn that second one, but oh well. They're double affected, so it would have took him like 10 seconds to come after us. It was like right around when I was counting that 5-second mark, it started to run back towards us. So that's how you could really tell between the Thaye and a Moroi at 0 sanity, because like I said, they're both really fast. So it's not a Moroi because he came back at us. If he would have stayed, walking away kind of slow and stumbling around, at 7, 8 seconds, stuff like that, then we can say it's a Moroi. But right about when I said 5 Mississippi, he started coming back at us at full speed, so that is a Thaye. And it's not a Revenant either. A Revenant is super fast, but they're only super fast if they see you. If they don't see you, they're super slow. They're probably the slowest ghost out of all these, unless, maybe a really old Thaye. But they are so slow, like stocky speed, just kind of walking around, moseying around the house until they see you, and then they're super fast. I guess they saved their energy. So, anyway, this is a Thaye. Did we get any of these? We got 2, okay. And I think we have a Thaye video already, so if that's the case, then we'll look and see which one's the better video and then post that one.
Welcome back.
There we go.
I've got some jobs ready for you.
That is correct.
Let's see. Ooh. I do not have a Thaye video, so I thought I did. So we will post this one. All right, cool. But that's how you can tell between a Moroi and a Thaye. They're, like I said, they're really close. So, but just do the smudge timer thing on there. And then also another way is if you couldn't figure that out, or you didn't have any smudges to do that or something, just stay in there as long as you can. And the more the ghost hunts and the more the ghost is around you, the ghost will start slowing down over time. It's gonna age and get older. So that's another way to do it. Also, if you had like a Ouija board, you could go in there, ask the Ouija board how old the ghost is. It'll tell you that it's 26 or something like that. Usually it's a pretty young age. And then you have to have events and hunts and other stuff, and I think a minimum of 5 minutes. So like if it did a hunt and then you went and asked right away, it might not change the age, but you got to let it go about 5 minutes or so and do lots of activities, and then go back in there and then ask that same question again. You don't want to break your Ouija board, or so you make sure you have some sanity and stuff when you do that. But it'll be a different age. That's the only ghost that ages. So if it was 17 and then now you ask it and it's 19 or something like that, it's only a couple years, but it aged. No other ghost will do that. So that's another way to do a Thaye. So, but anyway, all right. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.